And that's great, but there are going to be times where, let's say, sometimes your y-axis, the way it's numbered, doesn't actually fit what your slope may be. So I'm going to try to show you how, if you have ordered pairs, you can just plot the ordered pairs easier than trying to figure out the count, what's the rise or what the run is going to be. So I kind of posted the wrong one, so I'm going to write the equation that we're working on right now. So f of x equals 1 over 3x plus 1. Oh, that didn't come out that right. Oh, what happened? What'd you do? There you go. 1 over 3. There you go. Let's do it neater. Plus 1. All right. So then now I'd asked if you're able to derive some ordered pairs first. So now looking at that equation, what point should I start with? All of you started with what point? Well, what is that point called? Y-intercept, right? So everybody started with 0 and 1. So on your paper, make sure you have, so now turn it to your paper now. First page, turn it to the front. You started with 0, 1. But this is where you want to pay attention to the rise over run and how that pattern is going to affect the rest of your ordered pairs. So if I have my 1 over 3, right? So now, if we have rise over 1, rise over run, 1 is the rise and 3 is the run. But now then that's fine. But now rise affects, out of your ordered pairs, does that affect your y or your x? What does rise affect, your y or your x? At your table, because I'm seeing faces, so good. At your table, what does the rise affect? Does it affect your y or your x variable? At your table, discuss that really quick. What does it affect and why? Why is it y and not x? Because some of you right away mouth x. Why does it affect the rise? I mean, why does the rise affect the y? But it's up or what? Up or down. Rise. Either you're going up or you're going down, right? So rise is going to be your y, and your run is going to be your x. So that's your pattern. You're writing this on your paper up there towards that little blank box that I have at the top of the paper. You're writing this down. So you have the y-intercept that you started with here up at the top. And then now you have the pattern of that slope. That's the rise over run. So if you were to plot the y-intercept, right, a lot of you would have just counted up 1 to the right 3. That's great. But now let's look at how we can generate ordered pairs. So that means that our rise is going to be affected by 1, our run by 3. So that means that now I'm going to add what to 1? What am I adding to 1? Because now I have a positive slope. That means that I'm going to be, so to 1 I'm adding what? 1, right? Because this is going to be my y and this is going to be my x. So I'm going to add 1 to y. Now what am I adding to x? Say it again. 3, right? Because the run is being added by 3. So now if I'm going to add 3, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So now I have my next ordered pair, and now we just keep following the same pattern. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. 3 plus 3 is going to be 6. This is the pattern you're going to follow. So now do that 2 more times. Let's find our other 2 ordered pairs. So I know that we have 0, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3. What is that? 9, 4, and 12, 5. Am I right on that one? Can I get an okay? Yes? Yeah. All right. It's very, very, quiet. So we have our ordered pairs. Now below, go ahead and plot them. You have your rulers. So after you have your ordered pairs from using the y-intercept, using the pattern of the slope, this becomes very, very helpful, and you're going to see in a little while when we have a y-axis label that doesn't kind of fit perfectly with our slope. So we're going to have points to generate instead of trying to always guess where it should go. So what is that? That's 0, 1. And then what is it? 3, 2, 6, 3. 3, 2, 6, 3, 9, 4, 12, 5. And then hopefully, if I can get this, there you go. Have something that looks like this, and then make sure you label it with your equation. You have your ordered pairs. And that's essentially what we are doing. We're going to take the equation of slope intercept form, go from our slope, derive our pattern based upon the slope, and then graph that equation. So now go ahead and turn the paper to the next one. Next problem. Do the same thing. Start with your y-intercept. Use that slope to now derive your other points. But that's how we're going to use graphing a slope-intercept form a little bit differently than besides just looking at a graph, plotting a point. I'm going to show you in a minute where if it doesn't